Hello, welcome back to the mini series. Well, I guess it's kind of a long series, but it sounds more fun to say mini series of Change Your Brain Every Day by Dr. Daniel G. Amen. So this is kind of a review / let's go through it together. Like I said, the link should be below. The Amazon link. Yes, if you purchase it, it would help me make a living. Totally appreciate it. If you go to your library, please join me. I'm okay with it either way. I want you to change your brain with me. We're going to do it together. Like I said, I'll have the link. Go to the library, whatever fits best for you. Like I said, it's on Kindle, hard copy, as well as Kindle Unlimited. So you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get, I think it's free, right, for you to check that one out. So we're going to start with day 1 and go through day 3. So I'm just going to go over the prompts, talk a little bit about what you may write, and leave you to it. So these will be short and quick videos just to discuss a little about each one. And then I think what I'll try to do is check back in if I've heard from some people, or talk about maybe what I wrote down and see where we are. But we have 365 prompts to go through. So but we're going to start with day 1 to day 3. Again, you can pause this video and do day 1 and then come back to day 2 and day 3. You can write all the prompts down and do them one at a time. If you think they kind of flow together, do them all at once. Whatever is most comfortable for you. This is still about a work of progress for you. I am here to simply kind of help provide the information and kind of be a travel companion, because I'm going to go through it with you. So day 1, the first prompt, your brain creates your mind. List 3 reasons why you want or need a better brain. So do you want better relationships with, like I said in the last video, spouse, yourself, your friends, your children? Do you want to be able to manage stress better? Do you want to seek more happiness? Do you want to heal trauma? Any of those are valuable or viable reasons. And it's not necessarily because your brain is bad now, but if you're watching this, or if you're potentially going to look at the book, there's obviously something you want to change, right? We want to change the trajectory a little bit. We want to take a slightly different route, okay? We maybe want to go to the same destination, but we're going to go the scenic route. We want to change it a little bit. So this may be really easy for you to write down. You may need to think about it for a minute, and you may have a list of 10 reasons. Maybe go back and try to narrow those down or see which ones overlap. Day 2. If you are struggling, welcome to normal. It's kind of nice that's within the first couple days of this to remind you that everybody's struggling somewhere. As hard as it is to understand in this day and age, particularly, we hear it all, it's cliche, right? With social media and stuff, it's so easy to see the perfect, the happy parts. And while there's more and more creators and just people in general posting different parts of their lives, the ugly parts, the sad parts, the angry parts, it's still easy to get lost in what other people's lives look like versus what your lives look like. So understand that everybody is struggling, and it's okay. And it's okay that you may be struggling. And that's, I think, one of the hardest lessons for us all to learn, no matter what age you are. It's okay to struggle sometimes. It's also okay to want to change it. All of it is okay. So the prompt that he wants you to do is to make a list of 10 of your friends and how many of them have needed help for their brain or mind in some way. If you do not have 10 close friends, no judgment, because I don't know that I have 10 close friends. I have very close friends, but I have a smaller number. But 10 people you talk to, 10 people you cross paths with in your life, co-workers and things. Stop and think about how many of them have reached out and done therapy, done self-help books, are watching videos on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and looking up and have a whole board on Pinterest just how to help create the life they want, how to deal with depression, how to deal with anxiety. And the idea, I think, is to think about you are not alone. And more than likely, there's people close in your life that are going through it too, or have gone through it. Or potentially people that you think, you know what, they probably would benefit from this too. I think it's okay to write that down, but can still understanding that Nobody is perfect. Everybody is struggling somewhere, and you are not alone. Okay, so we're going to finish up with day 3. When your brain works right, you work right. And I want to preface this or explain a little bit further as far as right. What works right for you? Don't think about it so much as there's a right or wrong way. It's about what works right for you and what you are looking for as far as your relationships, your life, your trajectory, your goals, so on. What works right for you? And understanding that what works right for you may not be right for everybody else, and understanding that as well. So it's a little bit, words can sometimes be a little tricky when that goes. I don't want you to think there's necessarily a wrong way, but you want to start thinking about how it's going to work right for you, as well as what potentially might be detrimental to the brain. The prompt is going to ask you about people you have judged harshly and what might have been going on for them. So maybe there was something going on for their brain. Maybe there's trauma. Maybe there's something in the back of what's going on, something underneath. And that's more of where that word right comes from. So the actual prompt in the book is think of 3 to 4 people in your life who you may have judged harshly. And to take a step back, and is it possible that at least one of those 3 to 4 people had something going on with their brain, their lives, that affected their behaviors? Did you judge them harshly for how they responded to you? Did you judge them harshly because of what they said or how they said it? And it may be, if you work in retail, you may want to step back and realize you judged somebody who was checking out because they were in a bad mood. Well, maybe they were in a bad mood because they've been in a car wreck. Maybe they're in a bad mood because they just found out they lost their job. You know, like, it's offering that perspective. So day 1, you're thinking, where do I want this to go? Day 2, other people are struggling too. And day 3 narrows that down a little bit more for you to take some of those people and go, maybe that's what was going on for them too. Now, a sidebar that I would suggest you try, it's not in the book as far as I know, at least it's not in day 3 or day 4, is to potentially think about times you've been judged harshly, or even times you've judged yourself harshly. Was there something going on to create that outward behavior? Was there a reason that you acted that way? Is there a reason you feel that somebody's judging you for acting that way? And just explore that a little bit. Like I said, it's not officially in the prompt, but if you're going to dive in and think about potentially why you've judged somebody else, I want you to take just a second and think about how it felt other people judged you harshly, and then potentially what was going on for you. Because in your mind, you might go, oh, I can't believe I just did that, but this and this and this is going on. Or I can't believe you're judging me when this is going on in my life. A lot of times we're feeling that and thinking that, but not everybody knows that. And it seems to be really hard as a society to accept that other people are struggling. So I want you to, again, like after you think about some other people, take a step back and think about how you've felt being judged, as well as when you've judged yourself harshly. How many times have you thought, I can't believe I just did that? I'm so stupid. Why? Why are you saying that to yourself? Because if you're willing to say it to yourself, you're willing to say it to other people and willing to see other people that way. And that's also a perspective shift going on and changing potentially where that pathway in your brain is going. So again, just a sidebar, not part of the book, just my own personal little blurb that I wanted to add. But that is day 1, 2, and 3. And next time, because I may do 1 a day, I may do 2 or 3 a day. It just depends. I want to try to group them together if it makes sense. So these I kind of felt kind of went together. So we'll just go as we go and do this together. So like I said, next time, somewhere between day 4 to day 6, we shall see which one comes up next. I hope you all can follow along with me, and I hope you guys can talk about potentially some of the epiphanies that you've had and things that you're going, oh, already. Just little bits of things that you may be learning about yourself just through these first 3 questions. Or you may write in and go, this is complete baloney. It's not doing anything for me. That's fair too. Curious what you start seeing and feeling as we go through this. And I will see you next time and check in. Bye.